Hey guys, we're back, part 2 of why artists have their dark side, and I was just leaving off with I apologize for the phone dying. Like I said, this phone is getting old and I need a new one. But let's get back to the topic. I've noticed something in my videos and in my life, like I'm really on a struggle, like I'm kicking ass by myself, and things might fall apart. I don't care what happens if my phone breaks or whatever happens, this message will get out. I will say what I have to say. So I would like to say thank you for everyone bearing with me. I know I have a nice camera, I have a Nikon, I have nice equipment and stuff. I just simply don't have time to set all these things up to make it pretty and because I know how you know how I like to do as far as art. I want everything to be a certain way. I want everything to be on point. But for the sake of time, which I don't have a lot of, I'm going to do my best to get my message out. So thank you guys for hanging in there with me. So back to the point, dark side. Of course artists want attention, alright? I can't stand when people say, she just wants attention. Obviously, bitch. What, are you Captain Obvious? Most artists want people to see their pain and feel their pain with them. Which is, sometimes is not necessarily a good thing. But all artists want is for people to relate to them and stop treating them like crap because they're going through something. It's like artists are very emotional beings. And we need to take our emotions and put them somewhere. And if you're going to sit there and complain that someone has found a passion, because it's rather you have someone find a passion than killing someone and slitting their throat. Because that's how most artists feel sometimes. I can't speak for the world, but I can most certainly speak for myself. If I didn't have art has saved my life. Because I was going to take my own life, unfortunately. And I'm not saying this for fucking likes and Facebook. I don't give a fuck about that shit. If you guys haven't noticed. Because if I really cared about likes, my page wouldn't look like the way it does. I expect people to make fun of me. I expect people to say, oh, I'm not the best looking girl. Why is she taking pictures like this and that? Like, you gotta understand something. This is a one-woman show. I've been doing my own shit for a minute. I do too many jobs. I'm doing jobs I'm not even supposed to be fucking doing. Managing myself, doing my own promoting, I'm getting tired. Like, I want to focus on my content. So that's why I'm trying to hire people as a team. Because it's like, I can't do all this on my own anymore. It's taking away from my art. But besides that, it's like, I want my message heard. And I don't care if people don't fucking like me. No one really ever gave me proper love. Every time someone loved me, they always took something from me. They made fun of me. They talked shit about me. Always something. The only people that ever just loved me unconditionally, without all that whack shit, were my grandparents and some members of my family. You can tell when someone loves you unconditionally, they don't want anything from you, but they just want to love you and they embrace you and appreciate you for who you are. I am so thankful that a few people in my life that I know and they know that I really appreciate their unconditional love. Besides that, most of my love that I had in my life was tainted. It was some bullshit ass version of love where people will say they love me, they'll do nice shit for me, but then they'll talk about me behind my back and put my business out there. This is why a lot of artists are emotional people, because you've noticed how the nicest people usually have the worst dark side. It's a balance. It's like the nicer you are, the more likely you are to have the more likely for you to be evil. The most evil people in the world were usually the nicest people. It's just that they're mistreated, taken advantage of, and treated like crap most of their life. And it's like, I don't see myself as a very bad person, but I do have a dark side, and I am evil. There is evil to me that I've worked very hard. I wouldn't say I'm evil. I would just say there's parts of me that could use some work. And I think I've been keeping it under control very well as of lately. But this part of me, this is what these entities, I would like to call these dark spirits or whatever, reptilians, this part of me is what helps them access this whole entire, it's hard to explain if you don't get it or if you don't believe in it. But this is some real shit. I'm trying to tell people that dark side is not a joke. And you have to balance it out so you don't end up in the crazy house or end up, in jail. Because most people are in jail because they weren't loved most of their life. They weren't loved properly. Every time someone loved someone, they wanted something from them. even if it's emotional, not just financial, because we got to stop thinking in terms of finances. It's energy. Everything is energy. When someone loves you unconditionally, they don't want shit from you. They just love you. They love even the crack in your tooth or your eye is a little funny. They don't care what it is. It's like they just love you for who you are and your spirit. That's real love. Not, I love her because she can suck my dick really well. I love this guy because he takes me out sometimes. I like this person because their house is warm. We gotta stop with this whack shit. This is why so many people's spirits are lost. You know, it's fucked up out here. It really is. There's no love. There's like half-ass versions of love out here. We love folks because they got what we need, not because we just love folks. It's fucked up. I'm not an angel, you know. I have very bad relationships with some folks in my family, and I just be around them because I need stuff. Because you try to love people, but they keep shutting your ass down. What are you gonna do? You know. I'm not gonna say that I'm perfect, but I know I have a good heart, and that's one of my weaknesses. And I don't care if I put that out there and people just try to make intricate plans to shut me down. They're gonna start from my heart. Look. When I have the power of the universe and I'm doing the universe and God's work, I'm always protected. I don't care who tries to come my way, because I try to speak the truth so people can learn from me, from my mistakes in my life, so they can grow spiritually. When God and the universe is by my side, no matter what fucking bullshit and negativity comes my way, I will be saved, I will be protected. So I don't care, I'm not afraid of folks anymore. We gotta stop with this fear shit. We are living in fear. And that's why this is feeding the dark side. So the reason why most artists have a dark side is because of the treatment. They get no love. They're the person standing in the corner. No one dares to say hi to them. And the person that does say hi to them, that's a beautiful thing, because there's always that one person that does try. And we have to give them credit. But most artists just feel displaced, like they feel like an alien on this planet, because most artists' souls come from different fucking places in the universe. And we're trying to understand the concept of earth. Like, what is this earth mentality where folks can't love somebody without criticizing them, judging them, making fun of them, talking shit about them, talking shit about people's business? Where's love without judgment? Where's love with pure passion and romance and intimacy and privacy? Everyone's business is just out here, which is fine, because eventually we're going to get to a point where you can't hide from the truth. The truth is just going to be out there. That's the way it's supposed to be, so there's no deception in our world. Besides that fact, I will talk about my darkness a little bit, because I don't really talk about it, but I'm not going to talk into full detail because I'm not going to say it's going to scare a few folks, but it's personal to me. That's a personal thing. But when I have darkness, it's like a personality change or something. I don't know. There's this fire. And if anyone goes through this same shit, please comment below, or you can, like, you know, let me know, send me a message. But if anyone's into metaphysics and spirituality, please explain this to me, because I'm still learning. I've been doing research and learning myself and talking to my spirit guides. But there's a darkness in my heart, and it's like a fire. And it feels like lust. It's a mixture of lust. And you know that feeling when, like, you're playing a fighting game, or you're doing something, and how can I explain this? Alright, these are the terms I could best explain this, so please bear with me. When I play a fighting game, and I'm struggling to beat my opponent, and as soon as I find this pattern or this opening, that lust and that fury and that passion and all these feelings come, like, oh, I just found an opening. I know I can win this. That confidence, you know, that you can take out your opponent, or you can control your opponent. You got the match. You win the game. Once you find that light bulb goes off in your head, it's like then this darkness comes. It's like, man, I suck at explaining shit. I'm sorry. I really suck at explaining shit. I'm trying to find the simplest way I can explain how complicated this feeling is. It's like a lust. Once you find an opening, I'll just say an opening, like think about chess or a fighting game or whatever. once you understand something or you acquire knowledge that your opponent doesn't have, or you're one step ahead of whatever's going on, you feel this power, this lust, this power, pretty much. And you find someone's weakness, and you just wanna dominate and overdo it, and the lust comes in, and then you just wanna, I can do this, and I can do that, and I can manipulate this, and I could play God on this person. You know, that's just on the surface of the darkness. It's not that simple with me. It's very, very complicated. And I need to work with someone to learn how to direct this, because art used to neutralize it, but as I get older, it's more of an aggressive darkness. Mine back then used to be more of a passive, like into myself, like just too sad to move type of darkness. But as I get older, it's more of an aggressive, I want to take action, I need to move, I need to exercise, I need to grind my nails against something type of darkness. So it's getting a little, it's getting to the point of physicality, not just emotional and soulful, but it's getting to the point of physical aggression. So I need to work with someone who's very experienced in metaphysics and spirituality with that. But the darkness is just fire, and it's a mixture of things. It could feel positive, but that desire to dominate, to overly just take control of the board and be above everything, to play God, is part of that darkness. When you're scheming and you're manipulating, like, I can control this and I could do that, and you're in the shadows, that's part of that darkness. So it's like, there's different levels. People have different ways of expressing their darkness. I would say with me, it's more of a lust and a power thing, because most of the people who never really had power in their life, who are always beat down, talked about, treated like shit, people just beating them down their whole life. When you actually have power, you can get obsessed with it. It's kind of like this, it's balance. It's like if you've been treated like crap most of your life, if you've been going through crap most of your life, and as soon as you get a little bit of power, you get obsessed. So that's why some of the most evil people were some of the most nicest people in the world, before something has happened where they realize that there's no love out here. And then the more love you don't have, the more love you're going to want. So you're going to get addicted. You're going to want more and more and more. That's why a lot of people get addicted to drugs, because you're just trying to fill that darkness, that hole, because of lack of natural, genuine, unconditional, non-judgment love. That's what we do not have. We're always judging people. Look at her eyes. Look at her toes. Look at his this. He got this. His neck is too long. Like, why we gotta be like that all the time? Why can't we shut that down? You know what's funny about human beings? These souls in this world is that they love looking for flaws. And that's another part of darkness. People always want to feel like they're above somebody. So they'll break someone down. Let me see. And then when they can't find a flaw, that's when the insecurities come in, and they just don't like somebody. Like, why don't you like that person? I don't know, I just don't like them. It's just the vibe. No, bitch, you can't find flaws. That's why you don't like somebody. Okay? We've all been there, alright? When you try to break, and I'm an artist, so I be breaking shit down, like breaking it down, you know what I'm saying? I be breaking that shit down, but it's like, I realize this is darkness at work. Because you're trying to find flaws in your opponent, or if you see the person as your opponent, like ladies tend to do this all the time, because women always want to feel like, I look the best, I control most of the board. It's chess every fucking day. I be tired. It's like, whatever happened to just folks just loving each other? Like, we can't just do that. I'm not saying be, hey, take advantage of me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, God, it's like there's no love out here. It's just straight up war every day. People smile in your face. Hi, how are you doing? Next thing you know, oh, I don't like that bitch. I just don't like her. It's just the vibe. It's like, you can't find flaws. That's why you don't like somebody. You can't find something that you have above this person. That's why you don't like them. I'm going to probably do 2 more parts of this, because I think this is really important that people understand this, because a lot of people are so fucking lost. Everyone's always trying to find flaws in things. because they want to one-up their opponent. I get it. But it gets to the point of obsession and narcissism, trying to fill that darkness in the void. We'll come back. We'll be talking more about the void and the darkness in part 3.